Hey, everybody.
Hello.
We are here. We are live because we have to record our wraparounds for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys saw our interview with Details.
Yeah, we did that live yesterday. Hey, Meriduck.
Woohoo.
And that was a huge show. So huge, we had to break it up into two parts.
Yes. So we're going to have our first part come out this week. And then next week, we're going to do the classic Marvel Star Wars comics episode. And we have to record wraparounds for that.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. Okay. All right. That will be next week. But for now, we are going to record our wraparounds for this week. And we have some interesting things to talk about and stuff we'd love to get your opinions on for things we want to share. So make sure you stick around and comment in the Sky Chat here because we want to know. And now that we're using StreamYard, we can put your comments boop on the screen, which is fun. Thank you, Meredith, for your hey. Love it.
Do they have emojis for the actual hey?
Oh, you mean hey from
Moana?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't imagine what.
Oh, she might have had a preview. We were texting. But yes.
Spoiler.
All right. Well, should we get into it?
Yes, we should.
Okay. All right, I'm going to hit record. And yeah, here we go. This is what you can look forward to on episode 403 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers! So, how is your 2023 so far? Ours is going great. We have so many fun things planned. We just hope we can fit them all in 1 year. Details to follow. But right now, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah, who's setting us off right this 2023.
That's right. We're eating right. Part of my job this year is finding the right foods and having us eat healthy.
And you do a great job every year.
It's true. When I have the time to do it, I really like cooking and stuff, but it's just making that time.
Because,
right?
In December, we just fall off the wagon.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I would say September.
No. Because we wrote 2 books last year, we kind of fell off the wagon with the books because you're like 24/7 working.
Yeah.
And that's all you do is like shut yourself in and work.
Do I want to work out or do I want to watch 3 more episodes of Star Wars Rebels?
And write about it.
Yeah. But you know what? I got to thank you for setting us off right.
Good.
Already. You said you and I both lost what, 4 pounds?
4 pounds already. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Woo-hoo.
8 collectively.
That is.
I do good math.
You do very good. All right. Well, Skywalkers, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. So it's time. It's time for your weekly Wookiee hug and your little sprinkle of pixie dust to get you through this next week. And this is especially for our family of Skywalkers. And there's many of you who have joined us right now. Let's see. Oh, welcome to Bridget. Welcome, Bridget.
Hello.
And Meredith is here. And looks like Glenn is here as well.
Glenn says he got a new job.
Congratulations, Glenn.
Well, he's starting off 2023 with a bang as well.
Yes.
All right. Now, coming up on this episode, we are celebrating the season finale of Willow by bringing back a special guest. You know it. Details is returning to the show to share some exclusive behind-the-scenes stories of his time in Willow, of his time working on Willow, where he played the troll Falcon. We talk about the casting, the costume process, including what it took to put his contact lenses in. Ooh, if you're squeamish like me, skip over that part. And working with his friends who are also in Solo. It was like a Solo cast and crew reunion.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency and can help you book your trip to Disney parks around the world. And best of all, their service is free of charge. So head to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on January the 11th, 2023. Our first show and recording of this new year.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Now, Richard,
Mhm.
what happened today in Star Wars history?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, because now we got to go back to the first part one, the first edition.
Oh.
And let's see here. And part one, January the 11th, 1982. So 41 years ago today, principal photography begins on Revenge of the Jedi at Elstree Studios in England with the Tatooine sandstorm scene. Now, this is the scene that fans got really excited about because we saw this one clip in the trailer and the
Okay.
teaser trailer. It's like,
Right.
oh, there's a sandstorm on Tatooine. I can't wait to see what happens and what's going on with this. But the scene never made it into the film.
Oh.
Now, if you notice, I said Revenge of the Jedi. That's the
Oh,
working
yeah.
title. But I bring that up because we got a comment recently on a YouTube video we had done.
Okay.
And that we had said Revenge, that Blue Harvest, that the working title was Revenge of the Jedi. Okay, now that you follow me here.
Yeah.
Now, someone had said that no, Blue Harvest was the working title for Return of the Jedi. It's
Okay.
like, no, Blue Harvest was never the working title for Revenge of the Jedi. Blue Harvest is what they used when they went on location. Sometimes big films will use a hidden title, a working title, so no one knows what's shooting. And if you're going to a local vendor and you want to stock up on wood supplies for Jabba's sail barge, and you say you're working on Revenge of the Jedi, well, guess what? That $1.39 piece of plywood now costs you $20.
Right.
So they're going to boost the prices. So these big production companies will hide the name of the real production so then the local vendors won't gouge them,
Right.
and so fans won't know. Like
Okay. Well, I have a question.
Okay.
So if it's not Blue Harvest working title, what do you call Blue Harvest then?
More of a hidden title than a working title. Working
Okay.
title more applies to that's the title that the film is working under. So I guess it could be
Okay.
it could be both, but it was
Okay.
never really the working title for the whole movie. So when they went to go shoot in Elstree Studios, it wasn't called Blue Harvest because they weren't trying to hide it from anybody.
Right.
Like when they shot The Last Jedi, it was called Space Bear.
Right.
On the clapperboard. When they shot Mandalorian, it was called Huckleberry. So it's
Okay.
they use these hidden titles.
Okay. I don't get what the difference is, but
Because a working title is the title that the film or TV show works with throughout the whole production.
so what's on the clapperboard?
Yes.
Okay.
So Blue Harvest. So when Revenge of the Jedi was being shot in England at Elstree Studios, it was not called Blue Harvest.
Okay.
Only when it went on location.
Okay. But if it's on location, it's using Blue Harvest, I would still call that a working title.
Yes, but wasn't. But going back to the comment, going back to the comment.
Okay.
This person had said that we were incorrect and that the working title for Revenge of the Jedi was Blue Harvest. It's like, well, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no.
Okay. All right. Good.
Got it?
Yes. All right. So now
So there's variations to working. Nothing's ever black and white.
Okay.
There's variations.
All right, got it. All right. Well, now let's share a little bit of news in
Things we want to share. Now, all you Skywalkers have heard me complain over the last few years that I have never been the rebel spy on Star Tours. Well, it's been over 11 years since Star Tours The Adventure Continues opened up in 2011.
The adventures continue because
Oh, let's
there's.
get that wrong.
I know.
So it's been 11 years since Star Tours The Adventures Continue. The Star Tours reboot opened in 2011. And since the reboot, where someone could be chosen as the rebel spy, it's never been me. And I'm sure you Skywalkers have heard me talk about it once or twice.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So somewhere around 2018, I thought it'd be really fun to make a little mockumentary about the agony I've gone through of never being chosen as the rebel spy. I'm not sure why, but I never get picked. I just never do. Sarah's been picked 8.5 times
Hmm.
and never refrains from telling me that
That's right.
over and over again. Well, this documentary titled Rebel Spy Reject, well, we're just about done with it. We have got a couple of special effects shots and some graphics and one more ADR line to throw in there.
And the credits.
And the credits. So we're at the finish line, and we're going to be debuting this opus on Monday, January 16th.
That's your birthday.
Well, thank you very much. It is. And we're going to be debuting it on the Skywalking Through Neverland YouTube channel.
Mhm.
And many of you Skywalkers make guest appearances in
Yeah.
this video.
Yeah. In fact, I think one of our trips was it 2018 or 2019 in Walt Disney World. We've got some Walt Disney World East Coast Skywalkers in it.
Mhm.
We've got some people who have sent in videos. Details may even make an appearance.
And some other celebrity guest stars.
That's true.
So, as a sneak preview, here is an audio excerpt of the Rebels. So now here,
Well, no, is it
Okay.
audio or video?
so now as a sneak preview, here is an audio excerpt from the Rebel Spy Reject, where Sarah, she brings up the fact that all my friends sent me videos where they show off that they've been the Rebel Spy and I haven't. So Sarah, go ahead and roll that in.
Whenever Richard's friends get picked to be the rebel spy, they always let him know.
I was the rebel spy 13 times.
The only time I've ever been the rebel spy was when Richard and I swapped seats.
Rebel Spy? Yeah, of course I've been Rebel Spy. Who hasn't?
How many times have I been Rebel Spy?
16 times.
12 times.
14 times.
16 times.
7 times.
18 times.
3 times.
Twice.
1, 2, 3,
4 times.
I've been the rebel spy 8 times.
18 times.
I cannot believe I was chosen tonight for the rebel spy.
13 times for me.
4 times.
7 times. Don't you know?
And I've been the Rebel Spy 16 times, and I'm almost 9.
They kind of blur after a while.
So a short excerpt from the project. That little montage goes on another minute to showcase more Skywalkers. So once again, this will be premiering on January the 16th, this coming Monday.
Yes. All right. Well, I have something I'd like to share.
Please.
We got tons of news for Disney parks just yesterday, actually. So,
All right, before we go on with this, let's bring up this comment from Meredith.
okay. Oh, okay. So she wants to weigh in on the working title.
Yeah, so Meredith had weighed in in the Sky Chat over here. And Sarah, go ahead and read that.
She says, I'd call Revenge of the Jedi the marketing working title versus the live working title, since the marketing material had revenge. Okay.
Okay, that's a good way to distinct the two.
I like that. Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you for weighing in on that.
All right. And John, welcome. So glad you're joining us. All right. Well, I have something I've got to share.
Okay.
It's burning because we got some news for the Disneyland and Walt Disney World resorts, their updates. And I think this has a lot to do with the switch of the CEO of Disney company from Bob Chapek back to Bob Iger.
It's got everything to do with this.
Yes.
Everything.
And so I'm going to share not all the updates, but just a few key pieces that brings me to this conclusion, and a lot of people to this conclusion. So first of all, as we've seen and on social media and everywhere, Bob Chapek is often called Bob Paycheck by people because he's a numbers guy. He's very reactionary. He's very focused on the business bottom line and not the people that have invested in the brand of Disney, like us. He and like at the, what are those called? Those earnings calls has called pass holders an unfavorable attendance mix at Disney parks, to which so many people have made up t-shirts with that and worn them to the park's unfavorable attendance mix.
At that point, he should have been asked to
Yeah.
to turn in the key to the employee restroom and leave the building.
Yeah. Bob Iger, however, is more focused on the overall brand of Disney and how that brand has touched people's lives. And he also values Disney's biggest fans. And he is one himself. But I don't know how many of you got a Christmas card from the desk of Bob Iger in their email this Christmas, but it was sent to many like members, like D23 members. And he basically said as much, like, we value you as Disney's biggest fans in part of his holiday wishes. So that was very nice. But so I just wanted to preface that because now we have these updates, which were introduced with this language. And this is what is said in the Disney Parks blog. We are excited to announce a few other updates we're making to improve the guest experience and to let our fans know we are listening to their feedback, including annual pass holders, who are some of our most loyal guests. Not an unfavorable attendance mix, but loyal guests. Thank you very much. So I'm going to start with Walt Disney World and bring up some of the things that are changing. For one thing, people staying at a Walt Disney World hotel will now receive complimentary overnight parking at that hotel. Now, this was a perk that was taken away under Chapek.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to do.
Yeah,
I mean, on Chapek, not for Bob Iger.
Right. It was formerly a perk that was taken away, as was the shuttle, from the airport to Walt Disney World hotels. That's still not back. You have to pay for that now, but that would be interesting if that comes back.
Oh, give it time.
Yeah. Also, and this is kind of a step in the reservation aspect of going to Disney parks right now. Annual pass holders at Walt Disney World will no longer need reservations after 2 p.m. to visit the theme parks, except for Magic Kingdom on Saturdays and Sundays. But that's just one of the parks. So all other theme parks after 2 p.m., now annual pass holders can just pop in.
I know they were trying to minimize the crowds, but when we've been there at Disneyland, it's just been jam-packed.
Yeah.
So making reservations didn't really have any impact on the crowds and being able to move around without bumping into 15 strollers and 85 people looking down at their phones while they're trying to walk in your way.
Those wide walkers too.
Yeah.
Big groups. But so this is Walt Disney World. This is not Disneyland yet. But I just wanted to bring that up because that seems to be a step, like if they're going to implement it over at Walt Disney World, maybe perhaps this could be something eventually that Disneyland will get as well. But let's go over to Disneyland, and they've changed the rules as of, I believe, February 4th. Disneyland will now allow park hopping at 11 a.m.
Oh, thank goodness.
And not 1 p.m. So
how many times have we been at the gate of the other park at like 3 minutes until 1 p.m. and have them say, nope, sorry. It's like,
plus, yeah. Well, plus a lot of the things we like to do is go see characters in Avengers Campus because they often have a bunch of characters there that are new and we're always wanting to go, but maybe we want to eat breakfast at Disneyland. Well, a lot of characters at Avengers Campus leave at like 2 p.m. So that only gives you a very short window to see them if park hopping is at 1 p.m. So
yeah,
I really
between
like that.
1 and 2, that character may be up for about 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you really got to be there unless it's Moon Knight, in which case it comes out at night.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because he just stands there.
It's true. Yeah. And yes, Joshua is saying we are hoping that means that reservations are going away soon at Walt Disney World.
Yeah. At first, I
Who
really liked the
knows?
reservations
Yeah.
because, like I said earlier, I thought it was going to keep the crowds down.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Still lots and lots of crowds.
Right. So Disneyland park hopping at 11 a.m. Also, they did mention in the Disney Parks blog that there will be more to time throughout 2023. So it looks like they're going to turn that faucet on and turn it off, turn it on. We'll see how many times though, because almost throughout the whole year of 2021, they were not available.
Now explain this.
Oh, okay. So the Magic Key program is what they're calling annual pass holders now at Disneyland, right? And so we got our Magic Keys when they were first available in 2021 or yeah. And then we renewed because we had our Magic Keys. Now, had we not renewed, we wouldn't have been able to get those Magic Keys at all, except for one 24-hour period, I think in November, which is crazy. So people who have wanted Magic Keys and maybe couldn't get them, and they tried in that one day in November and couldn't get them, still do not have Magic Keys to Disneyland right now. Yeah. So what this blog said is that they're going to open it up for more opportunities to get those Magic Keys, and it didn't specify which levels will be available, but it did kind of say that not all levels will be available at any given time.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yes. And then another thing that is helpful, for, at least over at Disneyland, is that they mentioned that they have looked at all the pricing for the theme parks. And, right now it's on a tiered system. So like busier days, it's more expensive to get in versus lesser days. Well, they've looked and said that there's almost 2 months worth of the lowest price 1 day, 1 park ticket, which is $104 per person.
As opposed to
maybe there were less lowest price days last year. Sorry, does that make sense?
Well, compare it to...
Well, okay. So I'll compare it to when in 2020 we had to buy our tickets full price on let's say a Saturday or something. Full price would be almost $200 for a park hopper for 1 day. It was like $180 or $190 per person.
And what 2 months are these?
It doesn't say, but 2 months worth of the lowest price tickets. So
I see.
Probably Monday through Thursdays.
Not consecutively.
No, not consecutively. Yeah.
Okay.
But just for people who don't have Magic Keys and want to get in and pay that lowest price.
Okay. So
that makes sense?
Sounds like this is all still a work in progress. They're giving us a lot of stuff, but we're going to define it as we go along.
Right.
But it's good that they're putting this out now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And another thing, they're trying to add more value for Disney Parks guests. And another thing that they're doing for both Walt Disney World and Disneyland is that attraction photos will be complimentary with either your park ticket or a Genie Plus service. So depending on where you are.
All right. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? If they said to you, they called you up and said, "Hey, Sarah, how can we improve your visit to Disneyland?"
Well, I really like the idea of no reservations needed after a certain time over here. Like, I think that would be great because we always pop in.
Right. Okay. Aside from what we see here, is there something that you feel that has not been included on this list?
Okay, Skywalkers, you also comment in the Sky Chat. Gosh, I mean, I really liked when going to Walt Disney World. I really liked that free transport from Orlando Airport to your hotel. That was just really nice, and it was a very big factor in always choosing a Disneyland or Disney World hotel because we have access to our parents to like non-Disney hotels, but we're always like, well, we want to stay because we get the free, transport. So, yeah.
All right. Now, if you're asking me,
yes,
go ahead and ask me.
Okay. What do you think they should add for your value?
More cast members to tell people who are jamming up a very busy walkway, if you're going to text, move to the side. If you're going to stop and talk to your kids or talk to friends, move to the side, because we're always the ones having to do that.
Mm,
And I think that you have some cast members who just very, very politely don't call on me, because I wouldn't do it politely.
right.
You get some cast members say, "Oh, hey, could you just move over to the shoulder of the walkway?"
Mhm.
Like when you get into an accident on the freeway, pull to the shoulder. Don't stop right in the middle of the 405 where no one could go, where you're gonna jam up traffic. If you need to stop, move to the sides. How many times have we been bottlenecked in this area because you have 3 or 4 people who are just who had to stop and figure out what they're gonna do next instead of pulling over? So you get
Right.
cast members who very politely, like those cast members who were there earlier in 2020, who when you walked in the park, you took off your mask for a photo, they would say, "Oh, just please put that back on."
Mhm.
You would do it because they asked you nicely, and those are the rules. So you get those same people to say, "Hey, if you're gonna text, move over here, okay?"
Well, so it's a
Because
catch.
if you don't move over here, this guy in back of you with the skywalking hat is gonna bump right into you on purpose. I mean, by accident.
So that's a catch-22, because now at Disney parks more than ever, you have to be on your phone to effectively go around the park.
That's great. If you need to do that, you need to do that, but move to the side.
Okay. Now, because I'm the one in our group who's always on the phone,
Ye-
I actually do. I follow you, and I am booking our mobile order as I'm
But see, now
following
that's
your
fine.
footsteps.
That's fine
Yeah.
because you're in my wake
Right.
and you go the same speed as me.
Right. Right.
But how many times do people slow
Yeah, that's
down
true.
to text? Now you can be on your phone. I don't care about that, but just don't hold up the flow of traffic.
Right. Right.
I'm not sure why this is so hard.
You know what? The bigger the group is too, the harder it is to manage people too. So,
But
everyone
we've
needs,
been in big groups when we've done some meetups
Yes.
at the park.
but we're line monitors by trade, so we monitor everyone.
So asking me, that is what I would want to see.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn Stein over here.
Yes.
He's saying food portions.
Yeah, that was reduced in
Mm.
another earnings call where I think the CFO was like, "Yeah, those fat people at Disneyland need to," in so many words, "these food portions will be better for them."
That was, yeah, please see yourself out.
I
Whoever that
know.
is, just find your car keys and leave.
All right, Meredith is saying that they're making Genie Plus more like Max Pass, and that's a good thing. Okay, so Max Pass was something we had at Disneyland, but Meredith, let us know how they're making it more like Max Pass. Is it going to be like one price again? I don't know. All right, and she's also saying that there are courtesy rules on the park pages now. So empowering the cast members would definitely be awesome to get people to follow those courtesy rules.
And I'm sure there's lots and lots of stuff on those pages,
Mm-hmm.
but who reads those?
Oh, right.
Who reads those and who remembers those?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're in the moment in the park, you're not thinking about that. You're
Mhm.
thinking about mobile ordering your Ronto wrap.
Right. Yes, a Ronto less wrap.
Mhm.
I like. Okay, so Max Pass. Oh, it did include PhotoPass. That's right. So with your Genie Plus, if you buy Genie Plus for the day at Walt Disney World, you now get those attraction photos included.
Mm.
Yeah, which is nice. All right. So overall, good steps in the right direction. Thank
Almost.
you.
Yeah, we're
Thank
almost there.
you, Bob Iger.
Yes. Bob, give me a call. I got some ideas for you. All right, with that, let's now talk with our good friend Details, who trolled us with so many fun and exciting behind-the-scenes stories from the set of Willow. All right, we need a couple of ADR things here.
Okay. You guys get to hear us do ADR.
Yes.
Go ahead.
We are so excited to have back with us Details. You saw D in The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, Solo, a Star Wars story, but now he is featured as Falcon the Troll in the new Willow Disney Plus series.
Okay.
And now he is featured as the Falcon, not as the Falcon. No, but it looks like okay.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Isn't it Falcon?
But they pronounce it Falcon in the show.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Even though it's spelled Falcon. And now he is featured as Falcon the Troll in the new Willow Disney Plus series.
What time did you have to be on set? Everything about Willow is magical, from the story to what it means to fans. That's so silly. Where is this?
Just more matter of fact.
Matter of fact.
Yeah.
Okay. It just sounded so like a plug. Okay.
So first one.
What time did you have to be on set?
So what time did you need to be on set? We're in the conversation.
Okay. So what time did you need to be on set?
One more time.
What time did you need to be on set?
Okay.
Okay. Now this next one, what's happening?
We're talking about he's talking about how magical Willow is.
Okay.
From the story point to being on set with Warwick Davis is just also magical.
Okay. Well, everything about Willow is magical, from the story to what it means to fans.
From the story to
This is not something I would say. Do you want to try it?
Nope, because we're gonna cut right into me.
Oh, okay.
From the story to what it means to the fans.
Okay. Everything about Willow is magical, from the story to what it means to fans. Maybe we'll do that later.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. All right. I need to hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So do you want to read this?
Sure. Okay. Where is this going to
It's
be?
right after we cut out of D, we come into this.
Okay. So there's a little behind the scenes secrets on this one. We had originally planned on doing a classic Marvel Star Wars comics episode with D, where we would break down the next issue of The Empire Strikes Back, but he had so many Willow stories to share that we broke our conversation up into 2 episodes. So next week, D will be back to talk with us about the Empire comic, and he'll also play the part of the Human Torch in the Marvel Hostess crossover ad.
If you come back for anything, come back for that.
Okay.
Well, that wraps up episode 403 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We want to thank Details and all of you Skywalkers who are watching right now, who post, who on our page and our Facebook group, who comment, who are going to watch the Rebel Spy Reject on Monday. We want to thank each and every one of you.
Are you interested in our book, Today in Star Wars History? Do you want to learn what happened today in Star Wars history? Well, autographed copies of Part 1 and 2 are available now from skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book.
Now, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park or on the Galactic Star Cruiser? Well, you can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so check it out and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
And if you would like to support Skywalking Through Neverland, if you listen to us each week and just have a great time and feel like supporting us, well, you can check that out on our Patreon. And becoming a Skywalking Force member, you will get access to bonus content in the form of our Zoom discussions on the latest Disney Plus shows like Andor. Also, coming up, we have the Bad Batch, right? And you will also get a coupon code for Part 1 and Part 2 of Today in Star Wars History. And this bonus content begins at only $5 a month. So head to skywalkingforce.com and have a look at the options. And thank you so much to those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force.
Now, we are part of the Skywalking Network.
Skynet.
where you can find other great shows like Talking Apes,
The Max Effects Podcast.
The Neverland Clubhouse,
Totally Tell Me Everything.
Star Warsologies,
The YouTube shows Collectopolis and
Today in Star Wars History.
You can find us on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter and Instagram. You can also join our Facebook group and find us on Facebook. Just search Skywalking Through Neverland, and then you can email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And
Always remember
to feed them to the dogs. And
nice. Were you thinking of that?
No,
beforehand? Oh, it came to you. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Uh-oh. Corwin, Dawn, right? Uh-oh. We just finished. But it was a quick one today. Wraparounds. Yay. Parking for free, no brainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. We love your comments, you guys. All right. I think we gotta exercise and we gotta do our
Gotta finish up the editing.
editing, yeah. So that you guys can listen to a full show tomorrow. Okay?
All righty.
All right, guys. So we're gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
You have an awesome day, okay?
Okay.
Bye.